couldn't say his prayers 'cause they weren't like theirs. He'd speak his native tongue, they'd say, listen here, son, you're just an Indian boy.
Released during the pandemic, Berk Jodoin's Indian Boy song is deeply personal. It's about his late grandfather's experience in the Catholic residential school at Onion Lake, Saskatchewan. Asked what his grandfather would think of this week's meetings with the Pope.
The odd thing with my grandfather, he was one of the most devout Catholics I've ever met. It just confused me. If they did to me what they did to him, I would like to think that I wouldn't be a devout Catholic, but I didn't go through what he went through. You know, I wasn't tore down and reprogrammed.
Growing up in northern Saskatchewan, Jodoin felt he never quite belonged. He says the Indigenous people on the reserve didn't accept him, and the white people in his hometown of Pierceland considered him Indigenous. And nothing was ever taught about residential schools in his junior high school years.
I sure heard about Christopher Columbus sailing the ocean blue, but I never heard about this eradication of a culture. And that's an atrocity in itself.
Jodoin says the good thing about the meetings in Rome is they keep what happened at the residential schools in the Canadian consciousness.
The one thing about history is if you bury it, it's going to happen again in one form or the other. So these things did happen, and as long as we acknowledge they happened and make sure we do something about it going forward, it won't happen again.
Leanne Sanders, APTN National News, Saskatoon.